What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Ms.Prime Dime. And I'm back and I'm better. Hey, I got a story to tell ya. Y'all, I'm going to tell you about the time that we had got a ticket for no reason at all. Okay, so what had happened was there was a particular weekend that came up, but it wasn't like a regular weekend. It was my cousin's birthday weekend. So the plan was meet at the light rail, head to the movies from there, right? Right. Okay, so it was gonna be me, my cousin, her friends, and then we was gonna meet our homies, well, her homies, after. They was gonna meet up with us. This was the plan, okay? So, we planned to go see a Medea movie, right? Right. Okay. So, I am waiting for them to come meet me at the light rail once again. And there's like two light rails passed already. So now I'm like, where are they at? What is taking so long, right? So my cousin calls me and she says, well, we just gonna call her Nestle. Her friend Nestle. Anyway, her friend Nestle was getting her hair done, and then she was like, how about you just, her sister said she could drop us off at the other light rail, so we'll just meet you on one of the carts on the light rail, because we're going to get dropped off at the next stop, so just catch that light rail, and then, we'll do that. So she's saying this to me, and before I get on the light rail, when I'm waiting for the next one, there's a young man that gets off the light rail, and he approaches me, and, has a little conversation, we exchange numbers, and, then I proceed, my light rail comes, so then I proceed to get on my light rail. Remember that, okay? So his name, we're going to call him DJ. So, yeah, he told me his name was DJ. Just remember that, because it has something to do with the end of the story, okay? So, finally, they meet me on the light rail. We head downtown or whatever, and we go to the movies and see the movies. My cousin asked me, what are you doing after the movies? And I'm like, I got nothing planned. I'm going back to the house. She's like, okay, well, what can I call him? John. We gonna call him John. She was like, oh, well, my friend John, wanted to meet up with me or whatever, so, you want to kick it with us, or they kick it with us or whatever. I'm like, that sounds fine to me, your birthday, turn up weekend, boys, yeah. This is her 17th birthday, you guys, 17, so I'm 16, and she just turned 17 on this day. The day was her birthday. So, I'm like, yeah, okay, we can do that. So, she was like, all right, I'll just call them after we get done being at the movies and chilling with each other. So, it was just me, Nestle, and my cousin. And, so, the movie's over, and it's like, I guess it's like 9 something. Like, it's like 9 something, probably like 9:20, 9:30, one of those. So, she's calling them because they were supposed to meet us after we got out the movies and after we was done kicking it, so we can just chill with them. She calls him. He doesn't answer the phone. She texts him. He doesn't reply. She calls him again. Nothing. So then we're like, all right, let's just go. And I was like, yeah, before they try to give us, because y'all know out here, the like students or kids or whatever, teens have to be inside before 10 p.m. because you're not 18 unless you're with an adult. So we 16, 17 downtown where there's a whole bunch of policemen and cars and stuff like that. So we go to not answering. I'm like, all right, let's just go. And then I was making jokes like, yeah, because they will try to, before we get a ticket, and da 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 da. And her friend Nestle says, yeah, and I'm on probation. And I'm looking at my cousin like, who you, what type of people you got us hanging out with? What the fuck? So I say that, and then I'm like, dang. So we get to the crosswalk, right, and it's downtown, so you really can't jaywalk because they'll really find you. They'll give you a ticket. They don't care. So this light is taking forever, and we like, our light road's right there. We can still make it. So the light says walk. So we proceed to walk, y'all. We get stopped by one of them, I don't know what they're called. Those, the little security guards that be on the bikes with flashlights. Those people. We get stopped by one of them. And he's like, oh, well, what are you guys doing? Remember I told you I was like 9:20. So I guess by the time we left, it was almost 10 or whatever. So we get stopped by them. Then he's like, what are you guys doing? And how old are you guys? We told them how old we were. And, you know, we were like, we're going home. It's like, she's like, okay. It was like, well, our light road is right there. Because he's like, well, it's past such and such. We're like, our light road is right there. My cousin tells him that. So we walk. And he's like, well, I can't let you go. You guys have to stop because it's a minute after 10. A minute after 10, and we just told you we was going home, and you made us miss our light rail. What in the world? Okay, so then this is when it gets real, y'all. It gets so freaking real. All of a sudden, they didn't handcuff us. Like there was two other securities. They came up to us and was like, such and such, well, you guys have to go to downtown or whatever because you're out past curfew. They search us. This girl put her, like, you know how, I don't know if y'all been searched, but I feel so freaking violated at this time. I had pants on, I did not have pockets in the back. So she has the little thing and she searches, but her hand touches my butt. And I look back and she's like, oh, it's standard procedure. And I was just like, man, I think you just want to touch my butt. But anyway, that's besides the point. This is when it get like real, like so real. Okay. So now all of a sudden, all three of us is in the back of this white van heading downtown, so we can tell our parents to come get us, I guess. I don't know. So after that happened, remember I told y'all her friends were supposed to meet up with us after the movies. Y'all, why did they get in the same van with us, handcuffed? And I looked at my cousin and I was like, oh, that's why he wasn't answering the phone. And I was just like, what the heck? And he looked, and then we looked at his homeboys. Like, what the heck? It's like, dang, they're just trying to get everybody to go down here. So we get downtown. They say, what are y'all's names? We tell them our real names. But since our names are so different and unique, they didn't believe us. It's like, oh, that's your name, such and they was making all kinds of jokes. But anyway, that's besides the point. So now we're sitting there waiting. Like, what in the world? Like, what now? So the only way you can get out of here is if your parents pick you up. My parents do not have no car at this time, and I'm just like.